Hello everybody, the Great Dino Ranger here again, back with another review. Continuing with the Christmas items, we're going to be taking a look at a very surprising set here that I got. Also, since this is a really older set from at least like 2 years ago now, I believe 2021, for the Dino Escape toy line of Mattel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Dino Escape Sammy and Velociraptor. So this is a really nice looking set. I only wanted this to get Sammy. She was the last character of the Camp Cretaceous kids I was needing. So I'm super happy to finally have her to complete the Camp fam, I guess you could say. And, you know, we get a nice Velociraptor repaint here and a couple of compies, which is pretty cool. So taking a look at the packaging here, we've kind of looked at this packaging many times already. And this is an old packaging already. You know, you got Darius on the bottom left corner, and above him you got Toro, then you got the Camp Cretaceous logo and the Dinoscape logo, a nice little jungle fence in the background, and the Netflix logo on the upper right hand corner, and then in the center it just says Sammy and Velociraptor. So, you know, overall really nice set of the Dinoscape toy line. And here on the back it just shows you a render picture of the Velociraptor going up against Sammy, who is also being attacked by two compies. And you get the logos of the Dinoscape and Camp Cretaceous there, the Mattel logo, and two other sets, the Monolophosaurus in Brooklyn and the Baby Brachiosaurus in Darius. I do not have that Darius set. I already have him, so there's no need to get that set, but I do have the Brooklyn set, which is another cool one as well. So that's basically it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and take this set out. Alright, so here we have the Sammy and Velociraptor pack out of the box. This is a really nice set, especially since, well, I only got this set specifically for Sammy, to complete all of my Camp Cretaceous characters. But that's pretty much it. The set kind of comes with just a repaint of a Velociraptor and a couple of repaints of compies, which are actually always welcome. I'm always happy to get more compies. I like to build my little herd or a pack of them to kind of recreate a lot of those Lost World scenes. So we're going to take a look at Sammy first. She's pretty much the highlight of this review. So, yeah, Sammy, much like all of Mattel's human action figures, she's a pretty solid figure. It looks a lot like the character from the show. And yeah, I mean, it looks really nice. The paint job is nice, from her headband to the flower design on her shirt. That's painted very nicely. And then her pants are painted nicely, more like in just a plain blue, and her boots are nicely sculpted and painted. So not a whole lot of paint, but enough to pretty much capture the entire figure accurately from the show. I even got a perfect face on mine, so no misplacements of the eye or the lip covering, or lip coloring, excuse me. But yeah, pretty nice looking face. And yeah, the paint job and just this overall sculpt is very nice on this figure. The hair is nicely sculpted as well. Same, the pants don't have a whole lot of articulation. They got a couple of pockets right there and a few slight wrinkles in some areas, but not super detailed. This is an animated show after all, so you're not going to see a whole lot of, you know, live action style detailing. But I think the Mattel really captured the look of this figure very well, and I think it looks really nice. I'm glad to finally add her to my collection, finally have all of the Camp Cretaceous characters. So for articulation, it's a standard, you know, your normal Mattel human action figure articulation. The head can swivel all the way around, can slightly go up and down, not too much. At the shoulders here, they can go up and down and 360. And here at the elbows, you got a joint here to go back and forth. And that can also swivel. And you got a waist swivel right here. And for the legs, they can't go back too far, but they can go forwards. And they can pivot in and out, and you got a knee joint that can bend back and forth, and also rotate. So it's your normal human action figure articulation. So really solid figure, a very nice one at that. I think this is one of the nicer looking human action figures I have. There's like no mistakes in the paint, no sloppiness on it, so it's a really nice one overall. So Mattel did a great job, at least with this figure right here. Next, we'll take a look at the Velociraptor. This is the dinosaur it comes with. Now, we'll take a look at the raptor here before I start talking about some of the things that this raptor could have been instead of a Velociraptor. So this is your normal attack pack pose that we've gotten since 2018. They didn't give us like a whole new mold or anything, or just one of the newer molds. They just gave us an older one, which is fine. This works for just a generic Velociraptor. The colors are very nicely done. Not a whole lot going on, nothing too detailed or crazy, but I do like the striping here on the tail. Don't know why the green didn't continue right here. It could have like connected a little bit more. But other than the green, it's the whole body's like a solid grayish blue color, and you got a little bit of a lighter color on the jaw and a little bit on the neck, and then a nice painted orange eye with a black slit. And the teeth are nicely sculpted with some nice pinkish paint for the tongue and then the back, as well as the gum flaps, but nothing on the roof of the mouth. And that's really it. So it really would have been nice to have toenail painting, or toenails painted. Can't speak today. But yeah, it would have been nice to have those painted just to make it kind of complete a little bit more. But yeah, just a generic Velociraptor to add to a pack of them, which is always nice. And the details, your typical raptor detailing, which the head always has a lot of nice scale detail, as you can see here on the top of the head, and some nice little skin folds and bumps going around everywhere. Very classic of a Velociraptor, a nice muscle definition throughout, especially here on the legs. So yeah, the figure is decked out in some nice sculpt work. Oh yeah, and here's the scan code. It's so weird reviewing I believe a 2021 figure in 2023, but I like to review everything new that I've gotten. So here's that in case anyone needs it. I wouldn't be surprised if no one does, because this figure has been out for quite a while now. Articulation, it's a normal raptor articulation. The jaw can open and close, and the arms can just go back and forth. Same with the legs, except mine are a little bit more stiff, which is nice. It won't get loose or anything. And that's basically it. So just a generic raptor here. Now, one thing, before I get on to the compies, I will say that this set probably shouldn't have come with another Velociraptor. We get those a lot with Mattel. And besides, this one is repainted to look like it's something random. This paint job isn't even close to any of the Raptors seen in Camp Cretaceous. Not even any of the green variants that were on Manticore Island. So this paint job has nothing to do with the show, which is why I really feel like they could have picked a whole different animal to be in this set. Honestly, I would have loved to see a baby Spinoceratops. I think that would have been a really awesome choice. Or I think it would have been cool to have the Sabertooth. The Sabertooth is one of the things in Camp Cretaceous that I was super happy to see, and is something that I really want as a figure. Mattel, please make the Sabertooth. I think that would be so cool to have a Jurassic Park Sabertooth, especially from you, Mattel. I would really love to see one. So, yeah, so I would just prefer to see something new instead of a repaint that has nothing to do with the show. That's just my one gripe about this set, is that it just comes with something that doesn't have to do with the show. So anyways, let's just take a look at the compies. these copies are repaints from past copies we've been getting. This brown one is actually slightly accurate to the show. There is a brown colored variant that is seen on Isla Nublar. So, I guess you can count that as accurate. So it's just a solid brown color, nothing else. But I think it's it's a really nice solid compy little plastic figure. I like these little things. I want to collect as many as possible to build huge little groups of them. And here we got this one, which is a really bright green color. It does not go with the other ones at all. It kind of stands out, but it's again a nice solid compy figure. And just for comparisons, here is a normal compy that Mattel has been giving us for a while now, with just this plain green color, which works perfect. So here we have all three compy color variants that Mattel has given us. Another comparison, or slight comparison I want to do, is compare Sammy with the rest of the Camp Cretaceous campers. Alright, so here we have Sammy compared with all of the other Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous characters from the show, at least the main 6 kids from the show. So it's really exciting to finally have all these kids and add them to the Jurassic Park collection. So yeah, it's super, super cool to finally have all these. From left to right, we got Ben, Kenji, Darius, Sammy, Brooklyn, and Yaz. Super cool to finally have all of them, and yeah, I mean, it's just really cool to finally display them all together. Alright everyone, so that's about to wrap it up for this review. My overall thoughts of this set. I only got this set specifically for Sammy, so it's, again, really nice to finally have all the campers together. But, it's a nice little Jurassic Park dinosaur set with a cool-looking, random Velociraptor and a couple compies. Like I said, I can't go wrong with adding more compies to the collection. But, just really wish that instead of a Velociraptor, they could have given us a new species, or I guess something more tied in with the show. But other than that, it's a pretty nice solid little set here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys again for the next review.